There's a lot of stuff in this world that's really cringe, and today I want to talk about a certain category of content creators that I find really fucking cringe. And not even that, I kinda also find it disrespectful, and some may even argue that this is kind of bullying, but hear me out. So there's a community for almost anything out there, and today I want to talk about nutritionists, or health experts or whatever. Basically, these are people who are in shape, they're really healthy, they live a healthy lifestyle, they eat a lot of healthy foods, and they're living life, they're happy and all that. And that's perfectly fine. Where I have an issue is when it comes to the ones that are providing their opinions in a very kind of disrespectful way. I'm talking about the nutritionist that's like, hey guys, as a nutritionist, I'd actually would change this. I'd actually think this person should do this. And then they'll just have like someone in the background eating like food, and it'll always be like someone who's not always in the greatest of shapes, or they're pretty much out of shape or plus size or whatever. And these people just piss me off because everyone knows what they're fucking doing, or at least I know what they're doing. Hey guys, come look at this person. Oh, by the way, I'm a nutritionist. Here's what I would change. It's like, is that really necessary? If you wanted to get your point across about a certain change or a certain diet, that's perfectly fine. Give your opinion, talk about it. But don't you think you shouldn't be putting someone on blast like that? People should know who their audience is, and sometimes there's people who don't really know who their audience is, and for all they know, they're a bunch of fat-phobic people. And it has happened a bunch of times where a certain audience went after a certain plus-size person and was making fun of them and insulting them on social media. That's why I said earlier that this can be seen as bullying in a way. I don't really think so, but it's very kind of like shitty to be doing this. And they're always the same type of people. There'll always be this guy that's like, hell, they'll have their head in the frame, and then the head will then like move out to just show this person eating this food. And they just so happen to always include something in the background, or they'll always show off their biceps and be like, hey guys, as a nutritionist, I really think this person shouldn't be eating this donut. And then they'll always mention that they're a nutritionist, like I keep saying. It's just so fucking cringe. These people know what they're doing. Even if they're claiming, oh, they're just trying to, give their opinion or give their own takes on something, or they really want change for people who rely on EBTs. Here's my take. Who fucking cares, man? I'd say let people eat whatever the fuck they want. If people are old enough to be an adult and have, government assisted, EBTs and all that, food stamps, what mind you, and they're choosing to use that money on junk food and snacks, I say who fucking cares? I'm kind of in a boat where I'm just like, hey, if people want to live their life, they want to like crash out and party and eat a bunch of crazy food, let them. Who fucking cares? You'd be surprised to learn about how many people know what they're buying and know they could be doing other things but still chooses not to buy healthier options because they just don't care. There's also a lot more that goes into it. Like, sometimes people just don't have the time to like have certain foods made. Like, that takes a long time. I cook meals every day for dinner and they can take a long time. That's why with today's sponsor, Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not sponsored. But seriously, healthy foods can take a while, and sometimes people just want some junk food. And sometimes people just want foods that are quick and easy to make. Sometimes parents are too busy to like prepare meals and all that. You never fucking know. And like I mentioned earlier, some people just don't give a shit. Now, is it, nice and noble to like care about people's health? Yeah, but at the end of the day, why not just tell them privately and like be like, hey, I think you should try this. You may like this option if you're looking for this. Not, hey, I'm gonna put this person on my video and be like, as a nutritionist, here's what I think they should be doing, guys. Am I right? Yeah, that's definitely not inviting a bunch of children and immature assholes to their channel to harass them and insult them. It's like, I'll never understand people who say they want to help people but will go through the most negative ways to like help them, quote unquote. Now, should there be changes to food stamps or EBTs or whatever you call them where you live? Should there be changes to only allow certain foods? Yeah, but is anything like that ever going to happen? Probably not. We have a literal zombie in charge of our food and health system and all that. And I will say there has been certain changes made to combat, bad foods and junk foods and all that. But still, people should just live their own lives. There's a good chance the people buying bad food for them or food that not really that healthy, there's a good chance that they know what they're doing and they just do not care. So yeah, stop being a fucking asshole and putting these people on blast. It's fucking cringe. Alright, that's all I want to rant about. You guys have a nice one.